as I said, that very few people get to literally shape a state as it is born. So when you occupied that chair and your father was the CM, what were the big compelling issues that drove you to, and what did you do over the 9 years that you're really proud of?
When you get a fresh start, it's very, very difficult, it's very, very rare that in life and in politics or any sphere of life, you get a chance to begin afresh without the burden of legacy. So when you do get that opportunity, where you don't have the burden of legacy on you, you can really reorient, rethink, re-strategize, rebrand, and do a lot of things that, you would want to do in life. And that's exactly where we began in 2014. When the state of Telangana, which has its own story, which is a story full of struggle, sacrifice, and dignity, and, many, many other elements, eventually became a reality in 2014. Our goal was very, very clear. We wanted this state to be the lighthouse for the rest of the country. We wanted to prove a point not just to ourselves, but also to the rest of the country, which kept saying, this probably won't be a viable state. But today, as I sit here in Chennai, and as I talk about my state, while I may not be in government anymore for the last 2 years, I'm filled with a sense of pride. And the reason why I say that is because I firmly believe Telangana is the most successful startup state of independent India. Now, why do I say that? Our per capita in 2014, when we began our journey, was about 1,14,000 rupees. And when we left the office in 2023 December, our per capita, we were ranked number 14 in the country in 2014. But in 2022-23, when we left office, we were the number 1 state in India with 3,87,000 rupees of per capita. Our gross state domestic product was 4.5 lakh crore in 2014. It tripled and it became 15 lakh crore in 2023. Again, highest growth rate for any state in India. More importantly, I know all of you all, have phones. All of you all have, are very addicted to social media. So if I may indulge them for a minute, I'd say, please, if you can pull out your phone for a second, maybe just open Google or ChatGPT, just to give you an example of what we've done and how we've. Please type in, if you can, the world's largest lift irrigation project. The world's largest lift irrigation project. I'm not talking India's largest, but the world's largest. Any answers? Anybody? Well, this is a project called as Kaleshwaram. It's based in Telangana. It irrigates about 45 lakh acres of land. And this has been a game changer for Telangana's rural economy and agriculture. In fact, we were ranked number 12 in India on agriculture produce. Today, we are ranked number 1, surpassing Punjab and Haryana in paddy production. Now, we've benchmarked ourselves against the best in the world. World's largest innovation campus is in Hyderabad. You can Google that too. World's largest Amazon campus is also in Hyderabad. So our growth has been across sectors. If you look at our rural development model, we have consecutively won 30% of national awards on the National Panchayati Raj Divas. 3% of India's population winning 30% awards. So it's a very unique model.
I have to say, you've also been very successful with organic farming, which Sri Lanka was not. Had a disastrous experience with that, but you haven't.
Absolutely. So the growth has been all round, the growth has been inclusive, the growth has been multi-sectoral, and as a result, for 9.5 years, despite COVID, despite demonetization, despite a lot of decisions that didn't go very well for us, still we were able to maintain the growth momentum. We actually ended up, giving a run to even Bangalore as Hyderabad. Gave Bangalore a run for their money in terms of creating technology jobs as well. We beat Bangalore 3 quarters in a row, which has never happened in India's history. So I'm very proud of my state and what we've done. But yes, like you said.
Here comes the slam question.